Have you got a Peugeot Partner van, a Citroen Berlingo van, a Vauxhall Combo, or a Toyota ProAce City? If you've got one of those vans and you want to turn it into a micro camper, you may have run into a problem. You might not be able to do this. Okay, so I recently bought a Peugeot Partner van and my intention was to turn it into this. It's a little stealthy micro camper. But when you buy a van from any of those companies, they're all made in the same factory in Spain. They're all the same van, basically. All different manufacturers, just put the different front ends on. But the van itself, the back end and the sliding door, they're all the same. And when you buy a van and you want to open the sliding door from the inside, you find that you can't. So there is a way around it, and I'll show you how. So when you actually buy the van, you'll find a plastic panel, a plastic trim panel on the bottom half of the inside of the sliding door. And there is kind of like a plastic panel there, which kind of leads you to believe that actually there might be an alternative. So if you don't know, all of those companies make a passenger equivalent of that van. So the Peugeot Partner, the equivalent is a Peugeot Rifter.
The passenger version of the Berlingo is called the Multispace. Vauxhall make a Combo Life, and Toyota make the ProAce City Verso.
So in my case with Peugeot, what I did is I looked into the Peugeot Rifter, and you'll find that they use, it looks to me, in my experience, you may find something else if you look into it, but in my experience they use the same part number for the locking mechanism for both the Rifter and the van. So you have to be quite careful, you have to be a bit devious in how you go about finding the parts. But what you need to do at the moment, when you buy the van, you'll find that there is the actual lock at the back of the sliding door has one cable which goes to the outside door handle. What you really need is the same part, but it has an additional cable. Now I've looked, I don't think you can retrofit a second cable into the original door lock. So what you need to do is you need to replace the whole door lock. And don't worry, it's fairly straightforward. It just needs a little bit of patience and a little bit of dexterity to position the lock into the right place. But what you need to do is look up this part number, and I'll put it on the screen right now. And when you find that part number, you need to make sure that it has two cables coming from it. If it's got one cable, it's exactly the same as the one you've already got, and it won't be any good. You need to find the one with two cables, okay? So I suggest you maybe look on eBay, look at Vauxhall parts, Peugeot parts, Citroen parts, and they're all made by PSA. Now PSA is like the parent company. They're all made by the same people. It's the same part. The van is the same. So it's the same part that you need, the PSA part, the PSA part number, and you need to find that part with two cables on it. And then what you need to do is find the equivalent inside sliding door handle, okay? So you can find those fairly commonly on eBay. They should be easier to find than the lock. I don't have a part number for that, but if I do, I'll put it up on screen for you now. But the important part is the actual lock that goes in the door. So what you do is you take the plastic panel off of the inside of the door and push out the separate little kind of door handle shaped part. It actually looks like that, okay? So that's the kind of shape it is, all right? And then when all the door handles, this plastic panel is off, I mean, I've carpeted it, but in the actual van, this will be plastic, okay? You take that off and you can actually get inside the door and you can get to the locking mechanism, and you'll see one cable. In the van, you'll see one cable, and it goes from kind of down here and it goes up to here. On the other side of the door is the door handle, and as you pull the handle, it's a bit like a bicycle brake cable. You've got like an outer and an inner, and it pulls the inner and it releases the door catch, and the door catch is down there. Okay, so what you need to do is take that completely out of the van, so you can, from inside, you can actually release the cable from the back of the door handle on the outside, and that needs a little bit of patience, but it's perfectly doable. Okay, and then if you go outside, this is the back end of the sliding door. You can just undo those two bolts. They're star bolts, and you can actually release the inside locking mechanism from the inside of the door. So you pull that out and you can replace the whole thing. And as I say, if you replace it with the lock that has got two cables attached to it, you can then replace the first cable into the outside sliding door handle, and then the new cable on the second one, the second cable, will actually go into this door handle, sorry. And that is fairly straightforward. And this, I've basically just bolted it in, bolted the handle into the bit of plastic that was already here. So it's not the most perfect job. I mean, the best job is to actually get a proper inside door handle and surround for the Rifter or the passenger equivalent, but it's perfectly doable. So there you go. That's a quick tip. If you've got one of these small vans and you want to turn it into a micro camper, that's what you need to do. You need to find the passenger equivalent door lock and make sure it's got two cables. This is the part number. Make sure it's got two cables, and you can retrofit it to this. And once you've got it all inside and working, you can open your sliding door from the inside. Absolute game changer for a small van if you're going to turn it into a micro camper. Hope that helps. If you're interested in micro camper van life and how I use my van for photography, I do landscape and aviation photography, then please consider subscribing and like this video. I appreciate your help. Thanks very much. See you again. Bye for now.